Hello everybody, it's your putting those up because you can see my ring light. Hello everybody, it's your favorite Gingy here, and welcome to Ginger Books, or welcome back if you're a continuing watcher or subscriber. And welcome to the bookshelf scavenger hunt tag. Now, if you want to participate in this or pass it along, I will link everything down below. I actually found this on the BookNet, a book lover's guide, which I have used in the past before a couple of times. Written by ErinBook, who is a co-author on the blog site. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, how I'm going to be doing this video is that you see me sitting down now, but I have you guys kind of pushed off a little bit because I'm going to try to incorporate both of these shelves. I'm sorry it's going to be really bad, but also I do have another bookshelf that is technically out in the dining room, which I may have to go grab a couple of books from those. So, but let's start. Okay, so the first one is I need to find a book with author's name or title with a Z in it. That might be difficult. We'll start on this book here, and I will try to talk loud so you guys can hear. Oh crap, we're starting off to a great start. Okay. So the first book that I kind of saw on that pink shelf, and come on lady, you gotta move. You can't be in the middle of the floor. Thank you. Blood Air by Amelie Win Zhao. Sorry, I probably just pronounced that. It's probably Amelia. Pronounced that so wrong. But this is supposed to be about a warrior princess, I believe, or it's a warrior queen. Yeah. So it's kind of almost futuristic, but it almost kind of came off to me as like very like old school Russian vibes. So I was kind of intrigued from the get-go. So yeah. Don't know much about it. Just know that the character on the front here is the main character, I believe. So the second one is Find a Classic, which I have to go out to the other shelf. So I'm going to take you guys with for a minute. Alright, so my classics are technically in this shelf. Sorry, I'll bend down a little bit more. Are in this shelf. But a lot of my historic books are also in this shelf because literature from back in historical time periods shows kind of like what people were interested in learning and their stories and how to understand their culture. So that's why my literature books are in here. And so the first one that I right now is The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. Do I remember any of this because I did have to read it in college? No. Number 4, find something that on your bookshelf that is not a book. Of course I have things on my bookshelf that are not a book. Take your pick from this side. But I will pull this one out. This is my Sailor Jupiter figurine. I love Sailor Moon, and Sailor Moon was my favorite growing up, but when I was little, but now as an adult, I actually really love Sailor Mars and Sailor Jupiter, as well as Sailor Pluto. So, number 5, find the oldest book on your shelf. That's a good question, because the oldest book on my shelf is buried. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know if they mean by publication-wise or printing-wise, but this is technically the oldest book I have on my shelf because it used to be my mother's, and that is The Password to Larkspur Lane by Nancy Drew, by Grosset and Dunlap, or Carol Keene. Sorry, I guess I cannot find an author. By Carol Keene, which is part of the Nancy Drew novels and mystery series. And this actually used to be my mom's, so kind of old style. So, number 6, find a book with a girl on it. I mean, I guess take your pick. There's one right now that I'm looking at that I have not read either. Of course, I go for the worst one. So, instead I'm going to pick this one because I'm not going to try to upset my pop figurines over there. House of Hollow by Crystal Souther. So, and I got this at Target too. Again, I don't know a lot about it, other than it's kind of set in Scotland. So, number 7, find a book that has an animal on it. That one might be a little difficult. Oh! Oh, it doesn't have an animal in the color. one does. Vicious Spirits by Kat Cho. It has a fox on the cover. Because that's what this lady transforms into. And why did I not pick this book either for the girl on the cover? It was right there. Number 8. Find a book with a male protagonist. The Lightning Thief, which is the book 1 of Percy Jackson's and the Olympians series. So, obviously, Percy is a boy. So, find a book with only words on the cover. Can I have a graphic with it? Or is it just words on the cover? Technically, this only has words on the cover. Yes, it does have a leafy background, but it has words on the cover. So, I'm counting it. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, which is the first book in the Truly Devious series. Best series, mystery series I've read that kind of puts a 2 time periods into it beautifully. Chef's kiss. Number 10, find a book with illustrations in it. I can think of, duh. Technically, Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, which is the first book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, does have illustrations in it, as well as pictures. So, and before you ask, yes, the series is backwards. It's because they were on their sides at one point, and I just haven't fixed it. Number 11, find a book with gold lettering. I instantly know which book. Chain of Gold, which is the first book in Cassandra Clare's Last Hours series, which takes place kind of like a sequel series to the Infernal Devices series, which I have not read yet. And guess who pre-ordered the book and still can't read it until she reads the first 2. I also got an exclusive first chapter edition of it too. So, as an advanced reader copy. 12. Find a diary, true or fictional. We may have to go out to the other shelf. Let me go do that real quick. Okay, so I couldn't find one that I felt like satisfied this prompt just because they're kind of diary-esque because they're told from a first-person point of view, but it's not a diary technically. So, yeah. Find a book written by an author with a common name. So, example like Smith. That might be hard. Trying not to duplicate books here, but I may not have a choice. Because not a lot of my authors have very common... Well, I guess this one. I don't want to go for that one. I'm going to do Maureen Johnson again, just because Johnson is a typical last name that you see a lot, especially around here. But this is the last book, the latest book in the Truly Devious installment, which is the box in the woods. So, actually, no, that is not the latest installment because 9 Lives came out last month. So that's the latest installment. 14. Find a book with a close-up of something on it. Just because it's easy to grab. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer, which is Twilight told in Edward's point of view. And of course we have a close-up of cut in half pomegranate. Sorry, my face was cut off on that. Find a book on your shelf that takes place in the earliest time period. What does that mean? The only one I can... Oh, wrong one. The only one I can think of right now, if they're meaning earliest, oldest time period, would be this one, which is the Infernal Devices, Book 1, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Pretty sure this predates the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. If not, they happen just around the same time. Unless she's... Well, there is also another book, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's the Bane Chronicles has one of his stories that even takes history, further, before the Victorian era. So... I'm not 100% sure how to answer that one. So I'm just going to go with this one. Find a hardcover but without a jacket. Or a dust jacket. This is technically a special edition hardcover of City of Bones. And it doesn't have a dust jacket. So this is, I believe, the 10th anniversary edition by Waterstone. Very cute graphics. Has gold leafed edges. pretty sure this is a Waterstone. Pretty sure it is, but I'm 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. Find a teal and turquoise colored book, which there is one in mine. It's down here. That's not teal though. I might not have a book. Oh, wait, no, I might. No, it's more of a periwinkle. Oh. This is kind of teal. So The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, which is the To All the Boys I Loved Before author. So, oh, and I still have the price tag on it. Whoopsie. But, yeah. Number 18. Find a book with stars on it. I feel like I know there's a book with stars on it. Do I remember which book it was? No. That one I'm going to have to leave blank because I'm not 100% sure. I know books that have like stars referenced in it, but no books. So, 19. Find a non-YA book. So I'm going to have to dig on my bottom shelf here. The first one that I pick up, The Unraveling of Cassidy Holmes by Elisa R. Sloan. So I was intrigued by this because this kind of sounded like a mystery, like detective kind of type thing. Yeah. And most of my Book of the Month books are adult. So, yeah. Forcing myself to get more adult books pretty much is what I was doing. And that looks like that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry it was a little chaotic and we kind of went on a journey there, but I only have like 3 bookshelves, so, and one's just in the other room. Well, I guess if you count that small one, like a 4, maybe 3 1/4. So, again, thank you so much for watching. If you did like what you saw and want to stick around for more fun book content, please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. I post fun bookish content on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Sims content just randomly. So, I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and a great start to their weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!